Welcome to the vitamin C serum making workshop. Okay, so I am super excited about this class and I'm super excited about you guys trying this vitamin C serum. First of all, you're making amazing vitamin C for less than $5 an ounce. You should have your vitamin C serum making kit, and it's going to have everything that you need in it to make your own very fresh vitamin C serum. You're going to have enough for 4 months in here, but we're only going to be making 1 ounce at a time because of the fact that it's only going to last about 1 to 2 months in the refrigerator. So you only want to make 1 ounce at a time. So you usually spend somewhere, around $60 to $166. I know SkinCeuticals is $166 an ounce. And some of the vitamin C serums that we carried in our studio ran around $60 to $100 an ounce. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you are going to need to sanitize all of your implements that you have inside your bag. You're going to have your rose water, your glycerin, and your aloe vera. They're already going to be in here. And in this container, I have already sanitized this and put your vitamin C in here. Just set these to the side. They are already sanitized and your products are in them. About 3 sprays of alcohol in your serum bottle, and set this down. 3 sprays in here in your beaker. This will be what we refer to as the beaker because it is a beaker that we use in chemistry. So how fun is that? You have your own chemistry beaker. This is your little capsule of vitamin E. You do not have to sanitize that. You should have a pipette that is in a container like this. It is sterile, you don't have to clean it. Just unwrap it and you'll set it down here. And then you will have your glass stirring rod. I just kind of wipe it with my gloves. Then you have a tablespoon and a teaspoon. The tablespoon is the large one and the teaspoon is the small one. I do not assume that everyone knows the difference anymore because a lot of people don't cook. And I'm super old, so I know this. But a lot of people in my classes will ask me, which one's the tablespoon and which one's the teaspoon? And if you're one of those, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because it makes me feel really old, okay? So you're just gonna spray your teaspoon and your tablespoon. Again, the teaspoon is the small one. This tablespoon is the large one. And your funnel. You also have inside your serum bottle, you have your eyedropper. You're gonna pull these apart. You're going to spray inside your eyedropper. You're gonna spray inside the glass. And then you're gonna just set it down to dry. And the reason that we do this is because we do not know where these products were made. We don't know how sanitary the facility was, that they were running around on conveyors. I want everything clean because we are not putting preservatives in this vitamin C. We do not want any bacteria at all on any of our products because if bacteria grows inside your skincare product, you do not want to be putting bacteria on your face. You just don't want to. What can grow in this stuff is awful. And that's why they use preservatives. But this is why I'm telling you to keep it in the refrigerator. 2 reasons you're keeping it in the refrigerator. Because this is completely organic. We have food grade rose water, food grade vitamin C powder, food grade glycerin. The only thing that's not food grade is the aloe vera, but it is really, really clean and really nice. So the 7 Minerals says it's not a food product, so I'm gonna say don't eat it. The vitamin E is a food product. I've already cleaned this counter and I have a paper towel down. And sometimes I will just take and mist the whole area just because. So while this is sitting here drying, we're gonna go into a few things on why you're making this vitamin C and why it is so wonderful. So we always hear the word antioxidant and free radical and antioxidant this and free radical that, but do you guys actually know what a free radical and an antioxidant are and what they do in the skin? Well, I'm going to tell you. A free radical is basically an atom that is missing an electron. So a healthy atom has paired electrons on it. A free radical is an atom that's missing an electron. So what it does is it goes around your body, it finds healthy atoms, and it steals the electron from a healthy atom. And then that atom becomes a free radical, and it goes and it steals one from another one. And this causes a chain reaction of free radical damage all over your skin, the inside of your body. Not good. Skin cancer, aging, unhealthy atoms. Now, how does this happen? The sun, bad eating, pollution, stress. There are so many things that cause free radicals. But guess what? Antioxidants, do you know what they do and how they help? Antioxidants are basically an atom that have an extra electron. So it goes around and it can give electrons to the free radicals that are missing them. So we want antioxidants, and we want as many as we possibly can because we're aging. We have a myriad of things that are causing us to age quicker than we need to, especially our skin. So we want the antioxidants in our vitamin C. So that is a reason that we want it to be fresh. Vitamin C loses its efficacy fairly quickly. It still will be a 20% acid, which will cause a cell turnover. But the reason we're using vitamin C isn't really primarily for that. You can use a lot of other acids. And it will brighten your skin. But the most important thing that vitamin C does, and its main job, why we purchase it and why we are wanting to use it, is for its amazing antioxidant value. And the antioxidant is losing its efficacy with every minute it is being transported in the heat and on the shelves and in a warehouse. So by the time you're getting it, you don't really know how effective the antioxidant value is. So why don't we begin making our vitamin C? As we are making the vitamin C, I am going to tell you about each product that we're using in our serum. So this way you kind of have an idea of what you're putting in and why. You should have in your kit a wonderful little piece of paper that lists all the ingredients that we're going to be using, and it's going to be telling you why you want to use them. And sometimes if you know what each product has in it and why you're using it, it really makes you want to use it even more, right? Okay, and then you also have this little laminated recipe. You're just going to keep it in your bag. I suggest when you finish making your vitamin C, you put everything back in here after it's clean, zip it up, put the whole thing in the refrigerator. You do only need to refrigerate the rest of your liquid that'll be in here, your vitamin C powder, and your serum. If you don't have room in your refrigerator, just make sure that these three are always in the refrigerator. But so that you don't lose things, I just say put the whole thing in. But otherwise, just keep everything in this wonderful little bag so that you can refer to it every month when you're making your new vitamin C. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, this should be filled with vitamin C powder. This is enough for 4 months. You're not going to use all of this right now. I don't have powder in this because I'm not going to be storing it. I'm just making it for each class. So you're going to take your teaspoon, you're going to dip into the powder, you're going to take it out of this container, and then just do this to make sure it's a very level teaspoon. And you're going to put it in your beaker. So you have your vitamin C in your beaker right now. Then you are going to take 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon of distilled water. Now, if you do not have distilled water, if you have a bottle of purified water, I suppose that would be all right, but really distilled water is the best thing you can be using. So I am going to get my 1 tablespoon of distilled water, and I'm going to put it in my beaker. And now you are going to vigorously begin to stir. And as you can see, it's very white. And you want to make sure that you have a heaping tablespoon. For some reason, if you have less than a full tablespoon, it has a problem dissolving.
And kind of put it in an angle, it makes it go faster. Well, like what's the name? This is a big book.
Okay, so it's getting more and more clear. And we are pretty good. We're gonna set this to the side. Pretty clear. So basically this formulation that I have come up with is 20% vitamin C. Now, it's not based on a measurement. Actually, it's based on weights per volume with 1 ounce of liquid, which is 6 teaspoons. 1 ounce of liquid should have a certain amount of grams of vitamin C. It's not just you take a teaspoon and you mix with water. You actually have to weigh it to make sure that the formulation comes out. But I've already done that for you, so you don't have to worry about that. With these brands and all of this, you're getting a 20%. Why is 20% the best percentage? Well, 20% is acidic enough to get down into the skin and cause a cell turnover and to drive that vitamin C in deep enough, but not so deep that it causes a really bad irritation. Now, if your skin starts getting really irritated with vitamin C, just mix a tiny bit more water with it, and that way your percentage of vitamin C with liquid is greater and you should be a little better. But with all of the things that we're putting in with it, it really tends to buffer it down and not feel so acidic, and it hydrates your skin. And I've not had anyone have a problem with this formulation. I think it's been really great. You are mixing 1 teaspoon of vitamin C with 6 ounces of liquid. So we are using all kinds of things as the liquid, but it's basically 6-to-1. So if you just have water at home and you want to mix just water with the vitamin C, you could totally do that. 6 teaspoons of water, 1 teaspoon of vitamin C. You could do it that way, but what I've done is I broke it in half. We have half water, and the other half is going to be these amazing products. Now, they are already pre-mixed in your jar. In the physical class, we put them in one by one and talk about them. But since yours is already pre-mixed, I will discuss what is in that container and what to do next. So you have organic Moroccan food grade rose water. And what is rose water good for? Well, if you get your little thing out right here, rose water is an anti-inflammatory. It helps soothe irritation on eczema and rosacea. It reduces skin redness. It's an antioxidant. It enhances the mood, which is great for us females. It is an amazing aromatherapy for the female rose. It has anti-aging effects, and it helps under eye puffiness and dark circles. And if you actually open your lid and you smell it right now, you'll smell that rose. Does it not smell amazing? You also have organic vegetable glycerin. Now, glycerin is something you can eat, and you can also use it as a lubricant or humectant. It's an amazing humectant. Now, the benefits of glycerin, if you look on your paper, it helps to heal cracked skin. It helps to lighten skin. It helps with burns and scars, and it helps unclog impurities. That's all great, right? It's awesome. It is a little sticky. Now, I just touched my face, so I am going to use my alcohol again. Make sure you do that while you are doing this this workshop, because you do not want any bacteria at all in your skincare product. Very, very important. And last but not least, you have 1 teaspoon per ounce of aloe vera. This is by 7 Minerals. I think that they make the best aloe vera on the market. I did an expose on the mislabeling of aloe vera, which you definitely want to watch. If you ever use aloe vera or have used aloe vera, you definitely want to watch that. Okay, so aloe vera is so amazing. It's 99% water, but it has 75 active ingredients in it. And I'm just listing a few here on your page. So on your page, it helps to heal wounds and burns. We know it's great for burns. That's why we use it when we get a sunburn. It's a great hydrator and emollient. It increases blood flow through capillary dilation. It stimulates fibroblast activity, which increases elasticity of the skin through collagen and elastin repair. It is great for acne because of its disinfectant, anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiseptic, antifungal, antiviral. It's a lot of antis, but it has a lot of antis in it. Okay, also it's great for surface acne. It helps with the effects of eczema and psoriasis, and it also helps prevent, maybe even fade dark spots. Pretty cool. And it contains salicylic acid, which acts as an exfoliator. So aloe vera is a great product for the skin. We added those 3 things together in here. So per ounce, you get 1 teaspoon of each. In this container, you have 4 teaspoons of each because you have enough for 4 months. So what you're going to do, because they're all mixed together, so you are going to take your teaspoon and you are going to dip in here, make sure it's not a heaping spoon, and you're going to put 3 teaspoons of this magic mixture into, and make sure they're not heaping teaspoons because it's a little bit thick. It will have a tendency to make a heaping teaspoon. You don't want heaping, you could run out. So 3 heaping teaspoons are going in here. And now what I do is I just take the teaspoon and I kind of rinse it out. And now I'm just gonna rinse out my teaspoon in here because I wanna make sure I get off all my goodness. Okay, and now we're going to stir again. And this usually helps to dissolve any of the vitamin C that's still undissolved down there. Okay, so while you're stirring this, something really, really important. In a lot of skincare products, you are going to see that it contains vitamin E. Now there's synthetic vitamin E, which is really no good. And you've got natural vitamin E. Natural vitamin E and synthetic vitamin E look like the same word when you see it written. One will say tocopherol, one will say tocopherol. And the difference is the last 2 letters. If it ends in OL, it is natural. If it ends in YL, it's synthetic. And most skincare companies, sadly, are using synthetic vitamin E, not natural vitamin E. And they have found that they do not do what they're supposed to do. They're not giving you a lot of benefits. So even in your health foods, in foods you eat, look for the YL or the OL. Make sure that all your vitamin E's end in OL. You don't want synthetic. Okay, so a few reasons that we want to use vitamin E in our vitamin C. And that is because the lipid barrier on our skin is a way to protect our skin. That is what they have found. The vitamin E is great because it helps to get the vitamin C past the lipid barrier and deeper into the skin. We want to put the vitamin E in, but we do not want to put it right into our beaker, guys. And guess why? Think for a minute why you don't want to put the vitamin E directly into the beaker. It's because the vitamin E is going to stick to the sides of your beaker and it's going to line the sides and it's never going to make it into your bottle. That's why. Okay, so because you sprayed this with alcohol, this is going to have alcohol that is settled on the bottom of your bottle. So what you want to do is turn it upside down. Get all that out. So while you're waiting for that to happen, you have 3 stickers. You have 2 round stickers and a long skinny sticker. So you're just gonna take a pen. So you're just gonna write the month and the year and vitamin C serum. And then you are going to stick it on this bottle. And then on this one of your circles, you're just gonna write vitamin C powder. And on this one, you're going to write rose aloe glycerin. And once you're finished with that, you're going to put vitamin C powder sticker on this guy. And you're going to put the one that says rose aloe and glycerin on the lid of this container. And the one that says vitamin C serum, of course, you're gonna put on here. So this is pretty empty now. Now you're gonna take your funnel. Is this like the cutest thing in the world? Look how cute this funnel is. And you're gonna take your vitamin C serum and you're gonna pour it into your container. And it should come right about to the top. Now, if it is fuller than where the bottle starts to curve, I would just dump a tiny bit out, just so that it's about this full. Because you want room to shake it. Now, your vitamin E capsule, you can do one of 2 things. You can take a pin and stab it. Be super careful doing this. You can take a knife from your kitchen, sprayed with alcohol, of course. Anything you touch the products with. And just be super careful. I'm just going to just pierce a little tiny hole in my vitamin E. So I've pierced a little hole in the vitamin E. And now I'm going to drop about 8 drops into my bottle. The other thing that vitamin E is good for is that it actually helps to preserve the antioxidant value of the vitamin C. It's going to keep its efficacy longer. Now, the reason that I use the capsules, you can buy a vitamin E oil, but the thing of it is that you're never gonna probably use that much oil ever, because with vitamin E, you only want 1% of your bottle to be vitamin E. Even though it is an oil, it can cause skin irritations if it's too concentrated. So I have done the math, and it's basically 1/16 of a teaspoon is going to be 1% of a 6-ounce container, which is basically about 8 good drops. It's pretty much this whole capsule, which is nice. It's sort of pre-measured for you, and you can just put it straight in. So now you're gonna stick your glass tube back into your dropper, okay? And then you're gonna stick this in, and you're going to give it some good shakes. And guess what? This is finished. It's ready. Now, super important to remember, this needs to stay refrigerated. And it does not have emulsifiers or anything in it, so it will separate. It's just like oil and vinegar. So every time you use this, you're gonna wanna shake it. Now you have the most amazing, fresh, awesome vitamin C. And just know you need to refrigerate this, and you need to use this up within a month, month and a half maximum. So guess what? You're gonna do your face, you're gonna do your neck, your décolleté, you can do your arms, you could do your hands, like literally just saturate. One thing to remember, and this is really important, I address skincare the way I would if you were exercising. You are breaking your body down with exercising, then you need to feed those muscles, You need to rest those muscles so they can recuperate, get stronger, and then you can go at them again, and then you build them back up. So I really try to teach to do something that exercises your skin 3 to 4 times a week. Vitamin C is one of them. Vitamin C goes great with vitamin A. So if you're using a Retin-A, a retinol, you can use vitamin C with it. Vitamin C is more of a serum. It's clear. It always goes on first. And then you put creams on second. Usually your retinols are more of a cream based. So you're going to put those on over your vitamin C and you can use them together. Now, if you find that you get an irritation with this, back off. Use it 2 days a week or put it on and use a cream over it, okay? And if it's real super irritating, wash it off, dilute it with a little more water, or just use less. Mixing vitamin E and vitamin C has been shown to act as a natural form of sun protectant. And it does not mean that you are using this before you go out into the sun. No, no, no. This is something you only want to use at night because vitamin C is very reactive to the sun and you can end up with a rash on your face, irritation. I made that mistake once. Just don't use vitamin C during the day. Just use it at night when you're not in the sun. In the morning, you're going to wash it off and then you're going to go about your day with all of the rest of your skincare. So research shows that vitamin E together with vitamin C may increase the amount of time it takes SPF-free skin to burn. So I'm not telling you not to use SPF, but they have shown that vitamin E and vitamin C, because it goes into your cells and it strengthens the cells, it protects the cells from free radicals, which is the sun. If you're using this all the time, your skin's going to be stronger. It's naturally going to be able to help fend off the rays of the sun, like having natural SPF in your skin, okay? Because let's face it, girls, most of us in the morning, we're going to put our SPF on and most of it only lasts 2 or 3 hours is its effectiveness. So by, let's say, 11 o'clock in the afternoon or noon, your SPF is no longer working, but you have that false reality that you have SPF on and you're protected, and you're not. We have all these people using SPF, but yet we have more skin cancer than ever. And yes, we do have an issue with our ozone, but besides that, it's because people have a false sense of security because they have SPF on. They're going out in the sun. Also, you girls, you're tearing down your skin with acids, with retinols. Your skin is thinner, it has less protection, but we're doing it so that we don't age as fast. So you've got the skin thinning with all of these great products that are keeping us from aging, but our skin is less protected because it's not as thick as it was. So you've got that issue. So you want to have really strong skin, you want healthy skin, and you want skin that can protect itself from the sun. So guess what? Fresh, amazing antioxidant vitamin C is going to give you that. So you have your vitamin C now. Enjoy it. So now what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to clean all of your supplies, and then you're going to put them back into your little bag. You're going to put all that in there, and next month you can make your fresh vitamin C. Really, this only takes about 5 minutes, but I wanted to give you all the information on why you want to be using it. You can find me on Instagram on the Lovely Thorne, and make sure you watch for the next class that we're going to be having, which is the Apothecary Skincare Serum class. That's going to be so much fun. We're actually going to be making some serums for the face using some of the bases that I use in the studio. So I'll have the bases, and then you'll be checking off a chart on all the skin conditions you have, and there will be products listed that will help with that. And then you're going to go and you'll fill your own bottles with products that are going to help with the issues that you have. It'll be really fun, and you'll make your own skincare. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope that this was fun for you and gave you some crafty mad scientist time at home. Have fun, guys.